Hello, my name is Katrecia Jones. Today I will be presenting my micro teaching lesson. Our topic is going to be learning shapes around us. My grade is kindergarten and our subject is math. For our lesson introduction, our objective is going to be identify basic 2D shapes and match them to real-world objects. Our hook is be a shape detective. Explore shapes in everyday objects. Why it matters. Shapes help us to describe and understand the world around us. For our learning objectives, by the end of this lesson, students will be able to identify circle, square, triangle, and rectangle, match shapes to real-world objects, and describe shape features, sides, and corners. My favorite part of this lesson is meeting the shapes. Look at these shapes. Do you know their names? Read them aloud. Circle, square, oval, triangle, rectangle, and star. For our guided instruction, our main concepts are going to be a circle, round, no corners, a square, 4 equal sides, a rectangle, 2 long and 2 short sides, a triangle, 3 sides, 3 corners, and our teaching strategies are going to be modeling and explaining, think alouds, and guided questioning. For multi-sensory learning, our visual is going to be shape posters and real objects. Auditory is going to be our shape song, and I will leave the link at the end or at the bottom. Kinesthetic learning is going to be tracing shapes in the air with our markers or with our hands. Our tech tools are going to be Google Slides plus YouTube Shape Song for Kids, and I will put that link at the end of the PowerPoint. Engagement activity is going to be shape hunt. Students become shape detectives. Our instructions for this assignment are going to be to find 1 circle, 1 square, 1 triangle, and 1 rectangle in our classroom. They are going to point and name their shape. This activity is hands-on. Exploration encourages participation. Anything that has to do with the kids using their hands and they're being able to move around, it's always a winner in kindergarten. Assessment of learning. Formative assessment is going to be observation and verbal responses during the shape hunt. So when they're pointing out their shape, they're also going to tell me verbally what their shape is. For our exit ticket, they're going to draw their favorite shape and name an object with that shape. So for example, circle, they would draw a circle, and then to name the object with that shape, they could say a pizza. Example questions. How many sides does a triangle have? And what shape has 4 equal sides? This is me checking for understanding to see if they know which shapes they're finding and their names. Our reflection and closure. Review key points. Shapes are everywhere. Circles, triangles, squares, and rectangles all have unique sides and corners. Our next steps, introduce 3D shapes next time, and continue using fun hands-on learning for engagement. Again, here in kindergarten, we love hands-on activities, whether it has to do with paint, whether it has to do with boxes, add-ons, building, anything that has to do with participating hands-on, learning hands-on is always a winner in kindergarten. Our discussion prompt is going to be, what shape do you see most often at home or outside? One of my students could say circle or square. Square could be the tiles on the floor. Square could be a shape of their favorite toy at home. A circle could be used for outside, where we step on the colored circles to walk to lunch or to walk anywhere on campus. My students would be familiar, and that's just two that I would think that they would say first. And I would encourage students to share examples from daily life. Teaching kindergarten, they love to share their stories. So there wouldn't be too much encouraging because they'd already be willing to share their stories from home in daily life. Like for an oval, they'd say that's the shape of the top of the toothbrush that they use every day. They could say a square or a rectangle for their TV screen or their iPad screen at home. Just a couple of examples that my students would say. For our resources, my favorite part of the presentation, all our good old shapes here. Thank you so much for listening in on my micro teaching lesson.